In the harsh mountains of Afghanistan, a broken military convoy sits stranded on a dusty road. The silence of the valley feels heavy, the kind of silence soldiers learn not to trust. A staff sergeant arrives to help the convoy. Among the soldiers waiting there is his younger brother. The two greet each other with relief, quickly getting to work on the damaged vehicles. As they talk, his brother shares a dream he has been thinking about for a long time. He wants them both to apply for the Army Rangers, one of the most elite fighting units in the military. He believes they could make it together. Before the staff sergeant can answer, gunfire suddenly erupts across the valley. Taliban insurgents appear from the surrounding hills, launching a brutal ambush. Bullets rip through the convoy, and soldiers scramble for cover as chaos explodes around them. The staff sergeant fights back, trying to organize the defense. But the attack is overwhelming. In the middle of the firefight, his brother is shot. Moments later, the staff sergeant is hit in the knee and collapses. Ignoring the pain, he crawls through the smoke and reaches his brother. Around them, the battle ends quickly. Every other soldier in the convoy is dead. Refusing to abandon him, the staff sergeant lifts his wounded brother onto his shoulders and begins carrying him back toward the base. 2 years later, he decides to honor the dream they once talked about. He joins the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program, the brutal training required to enter the legendary 75th Ranger Regiment. During the program, recruits lose their names and are given numbers. The staff sergeant becomes Candidate 81. Training pushes every soldier to their limits. Endless running, sleepless nights, and intense combat drills test both body and mind. Candidate 81 quickly stands out as one of the strongest recruits. He excels in every challenge, but he keeps his distance from the others. He avoids friendships and refuses leadership roles, even when instructors suggest it. The past still weighs heavily on him. During one dangerous underwater endurance exercise, recruits must stay submerged while instructors try to force them to panic. One by one, soldiers surface for air. But 81 stays underwater longer than anyone, almost pushing himself too far. Later, 2 senior rangers, Sergeant Major Sheridan and First Sergeant Torres, call him in for a private meeting. They know about the tragedy he experienced in Afghanistan and worry that he may still be struggling with the trauma. They suggest he leave the program and recover before returning. But 81 refuses. He insists on finishing the training. The instructors finally allow him to continue, but with one condition. For the final exercise, he will serve as the team leader. The Ranger candidates begin their final mission deep in a forest. The exercise simulates a combat scenario where they must destroy a crashed classified aircraft and rescue its pilot. Because it is only a training mission, their weapons are loaded with blank ammunition. As the team moves through the forest at night, a sudden explosion flashes across the sky. Something burns through the clouds above them, followed by a powerful shockwave. Their radios immediately stop working, and their compasses begin spinning wildly. As they continue moving, they discover a strange metallic object near a creek. Believing it to be the crashed aircraft from their mission, they plant explosives and detonate them. The explosion shakes the ground. But when the smoke clears, the object remains completely undamaged. Then the metal begins to move. The wreckage unfolds and transforms into a massive walking machine. Before the soldiers can react, it attacks. The recruits fire their rifles, but their bullets are blanks. They have no way to stop it. One by one, the machine kills most of the team. Only a few survivors remain, including 81 and a wounded soldier known as 7. As they flee through the forest, they notice their compasses spin whenever the machine gets close, revealing that it disrupts magnetic fields around it. Eventually, they discover the instructors who were acting as enemy forces in the exercise. All of them are dead. Looking across the mountains, the survivors see a massive path carved into the landscape from the top of a mountain down into the valley. The machine didn't crash. It landed. Realizing they are facing something not from Earth, they escape using an armored vehicle and race back toward base. The machine chases them. Inside the vehicle, they find real ammunition and open fire, but the bullets cannot penetrate the machine's armor. In a desperate attempt to slow it down, 81 triggers a rockslide that buries the machine under tons of falling stone. But the fight destroys their vehicle, leaving only 81 and the injured soldier 7 alive. As they hide in the forest, they watch the machine send a signal into the sky. During that quiet moment, 7 reveals he once knew 81's brother. Then 81 remembers something important. The machine has small ventilation openings along its body. A possible weakness. When the machine emerges again, 81 lures it toward a nearby construction site. While it chases him, he begins filling its ventilation system with rocks and debris. The vents clog. Heat builds rapidly inside the machine. Within moments, the machine overheats and explodes. Days later, 81 and 7 finally reach the Ranger base alive. Sheridan and Torres reveal the shocking truth. The object scientists believed was an asteroid was actually the first scout of an invading alien army. Machines like the one they fought are now landing all over Earth. An invasion has begun. But thanks to 81, humanity now knows these machines have a weakness. Because of his actions, Candidate 81 is officially accepted into the Ranger Regiment. And his first mission as a Ranger will be to lead the fight against the machines now invading the planet.